Ciao, I'm Claudia, your Italian teacher from Spangle Italian, Learn Italian. And in this video, I'm going to teach you 21 phrases that are going to be useful if you ever need help in Italy. So let's hope you don't need them and that you have a seamless, wonderful holiday. But if you do need them, it's important to know them. So let's get started. So obviously the first one, help. Aiuto. Aiuto. So it's a lot of vowels, I'm afraid. It's most of them. But you have to say aiuto. So it's a good practice. Is aiuto. So, numero 2, non mi sento bene. Non mi sento bene. I don't feel well. Numero 3, non si sente bene. And non si sente bene is for him or her, so he, she doesn't feel well. Numero 4, al pronto soccorso, per favore. Al pronto soccorso, per favore. To A&E, or if you're in the States, to the ER, please. 5, number 5. Ho bisogno di un dottore. Ho bisogno di un dottore. So just this phrase, ho bisogno di, I need, is very useful on its own. So you can add then whatever it is you need. So, ho bisogno di un dottore, I need a doctor. Numero 6, chiamate l'ambulanza. Chiamate l'ambulanza. Call an ambulance. So just wanted to point out that for emergencies in Italy, you just need to ring 112. That's the European emergency number, and they will transfer you to whatever service it is you need. But just in case, I'm going to leave you in the notes. I'm going to leave you all these phrases. But it's also useful to know the numbers, the specific numbers of the emergency services. So I'm gonna write them for you now before we carry on with the rest. Oof, there you go. So, any emergency, 112, 112. Ambulance is 118, il 118. And pompieri, which is the fire service, is 115, and polizia is 113. And I've just realized I've written some in Italian and some in English. So ambulance, ambulanza is very similar. Pompieri is the fire service. But you can find all of this information, including all the phrases, in the description box. So now let's carry on with the sentences. Numero 7. Fuoco, chiamate i pompieri. Fuoco, chiamate i pompieri. So I'm afraid to say there's also lots of vowels here and you have to say them all. So this means fire, call the fire service. Numero 8, c'è stato un incidente. C'è stato un incidente. There's been an accident. Numero 9, qualcuno parla inglese? Qualcuno parla inglese? Does anybody speak English? 10, attenzione, attenzione, look out. 11, mi sono perso, or mi sono persa if you're a woman. Mi può aiutare, like the word aiuto, help, but this is the verb. Mi sono perso. Mi può aiutare? I'm lost. Can you help me? Ho perso le chiavi. I've lost the keys. I've lost my keys. Ho perso il telefono. I've lost my phone. Ho perso la valigia. Hopefully none of those things will happen. Ho perso la valigia. I've lost my suitcase. Then again, if you're traveling with children, let's hope you never have to use these phrases, but just in case they wander off, you can say to someone, non trovo mia figlia. Non trovo mia figlia, or non trovo mio figlio. I can't find my daughter or my son. 14. Non trovo mamma or non trovo papà. So this could be useful if you're traveling with children to teach them how to say, I can't find my mom, I can't find my dad. So non trovo mamma, non trovo papà. 15. Dov'è la stazione di polizia più vicina? Dov'è? So where is? Dov'è la stazione di polizia più vicina? Where is the nearest police station? Mi hanno rubato il portafoglio. Mi hanno rubato il portafoglio. I didn't write the English. Somebody has stolen my wallet. Mi hanno rubato la borsa. Mi hanno rubato la borsa. They've stolen my bag. Mi hanno rubato il telefono. Mi hanno rubato il telefono. They've stolen my phone. Numero 17. Vai via. Vai via. If somebody's bothering you, you say, go away. Vai via. Numero 18. If you see a thief, you say, stop thief. Al ladro. Al ladro. And now I wanted to also teach you a few questions that you might get asked in an emergency. So if you were to ring the police or an ambulance or the fire service. So the first thing that they would ask is probably, cos'è successo? Cos'è successo? What happened? And then, qual è l'indirizzo? Qual è l'indirizzo? What's the address? Or, qual è la posizione? Qual è la posizione? So this is, what's the position? So this is normally something you can find in your phone. If you go on Google Maps or something like that, you can find like coordinates that you can then tell them. Or another way that they could ask pretty much the same thing. Dove si trova? Dove si trova? Where are you? So obviously in these cases, the first thing that you would ask is, parla inglese? Do you speak English? Unless your Italian is very fluent, because, you know, in an emergency, kind of, woof, everything goes out. You know, all the Italian that you might have managed to learn might not be there in an emergency. So the first thing, you know, that you would need to really know is to say, parla inglese? Do you speak English? Otherwise, if you're more advanced, or if you know, you might be able to memorize all these phrases, and it would be useful, if anything, to memorize these phrases in the case of an emergency. So now we're going to do a little quiz, and I'm not going to ask you all of them. So if you want, you can pause the video now and go back to the beginning, or pause it and have a quick read in the description of the phrases. And I am going to ask you about the 5 most important ones. Okay? Ok, sei pronto? Sei pronta? So, numero 1. Come si dice help? Come si dice help? There's lots of vowels. Aiuto. Aiuto. Ok. Come si dice? Does anybody speak English? Does anybody speak English? Qualcuno parla inglese? Qualcuno parla inglese? Come si dice? Ambulance. Bonus if you remember the number, the specific number for the ambulance. It's very similar. Ambulanza. And do you remember the number? 118. Il 118. And a little sort of trick. Well, it's not a trick. It's something that I've heard, and I find it very useful. Is if you are sort of in a crowd and you see somebody who needs an ambulance, it's very useful to point at one person and tell them, call an ambulance. So chiamate l'ambulanza. Chiamate l'ambulanza. That's to one specific person. So you know, ambulanza, ambulance. Numero 4. Come si dice? I'm lost. Can you help me? Mi sono perso or persa. Mi può aiutare? Mi sono perso o mi sono persa. Mi può aiutare? And the last one. Che significa? Qual è l'indirizzo? So this is a question they might ask you. Qual è l'indirizzo? What does that mean? Okay, that means what's the address? So it's useful for you to memorize the address of where you are, or as I said, if you're like on the street, you can ask somebody, qual è l'indirizzo? Qual è l'indirizzo? Where is the address? Where are we? Okay, so I hope these phrases are useful for you, and I really hope you never need them. But just in case, here they are, and you can find them also in the description box below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, as this really helps out and I can then make more videos for you. So, ci vediamo alla prossima. Ciao ciao!